we're on. Holy shit. How the hell am I going to get this one up? Jeebus. What the hell? Jesus. He's not going to fit in the net. Oh. We're a horse. Have a look at the size of this slob. Welcome to another video. Look at me sounding like a YouTuber and shit. Here we are, we're back on the Murray. We've just cruised up about an hour and a half up from Renmark. We've stopped because Julie wanted to watch the footy. The Crows are playing. She's in there watching the footy and I thought I'd come out and try and do a bit of fishing, but some of you know this time of the year on the river it can be a little bit hit or miss. Water's a bit cold still, so and the fish are not biting that much, but it can change. So here we go, just a trusty single hook running sinker rig. That's it. I got some of these big river worms from Mildura. They were the only things the shop had, but these are the big worms. So nice, big, chunky, fat ones. We'll see how we go with those. It's Saturday now, so we're gonna be out here until Tuesday. The weather's meant to be really nice, and currently it's really nice. So we'll see how we go. Got a houseboat on the other side of the river, really struggling to park. It's a hire boat. They've been going back and forth, ripping the shit out of their boat. We've changed this one. I think I've got a too big a hook. Typically I use a size 8 hook. I find that they seem to hook everything. Look at the size of these worms. These are really good worms, but there's not many of them and they're expensive. $10. And you really don't get that many, so, but they certainly are enticing looking. That. We're going to stay here till the footy's finished. Julie wants to watch the footy, so stay here until the footy's finished, and about 3:30 we're going to move up about another hour and a half. And tomorrow we'll go up a little bit further. I don't know if you can hear that boat revving. That's a houseboat. It's really struggling in. We're getting some nipples here. And we're on. I might need the net, Julie. Yeah, I need the net. Big. Just watch the line there. Go under it. Holy crap. First fish. Oh, he was well hooked. Jesus. Have a look at that horse. Shit. Oh. Bonus point? 70 centimetre mud marlin. Look at the size of that hog. Oh, there's a bit of excitement. Yeah.
What was that on?
Worm. Nice way to start the trip. 70 centimetre carp. A lot of people ask me what I do with the carp. I've just thrown him on the bank for now, but I'm going to go dong him on the head with a hammer. And then I usually put a knife through and puncture their swim bladder and throw him in the river, and he'll sink. He'll sink like a stone to the bottom of the river. So we'll have to start our board up. So this is our board. So we have points. Kim and Julie, fish must be landed to count. So carp is 1 point, scallop 3, catfish 5, cod 10, silver perch 5, bonus point over 70. So Kim caught 1 carp over 50 with 1 bonus point. With the smaller carp, I'll tend to leave them on the bank. Some hawk will grab it, and it's always, in the morning, when we come out in the morning, they're gone. Something grabs them during the night. I'd like to catch a little one now and just put some shrimp bait. That thing was just way too, it was massive. Like wouldn't even be able to cut into it. It's just too big. There's always all these people say, don't throw carp back into the river, even if they're dead, they can spawn. I mean, no, dead fish can't spawn. And if you do pop their swim bladder, just behind the gills in the stomach, put it in there, sort of, you hear it pop, and then they'll sink like a stone, straight to the bottom. They'll be good bait for feed for the yabbies and the shrimp. Here we go. Come on. Just leave it there for a sec, see if there's any worm left on it. It's a bit encouraging. Just heard the kettle go off. Coffee Fairy's going to come out in a minute. Here she is, Coffee Fairy. I had more bites in here in half an hour than I did in 1 week at the other place, other trip. We'll go to around, you know, where the paddle steamer is. Keep going around that little, maybe that 582 mark. It's a nice spot. And that'll sort of give us, if we go in the morning, we'll go down past the cliffs, around the corner there. Try a few spots there. Just as I turned the camera off, had a strike on this one that nearly pulled the rod in. I just managed to catch it. Didn't hook itself though. Wasn't too bad this time. Sometimes the whole swim deck is covered in crap. And this one's not too bad. They've crapped on someone else's boat, not mine. You're getting nibbles, but they're not like hungry biting. Here we go. Oh no. All right. It's a better size. I'm going to put that in the shrimp net. Let's see if we can get some shrimp. All right, I got one of these new shrimp nets, solid plastic. The other fabric ones are a little bit annoying. If they got snagged, they tore. So this one here, put that whole carp in there. I've cut its guts open. Just caught 2 carp in a row. 3 carp. This one's getting hits. I think we're on. I actually didn't even know that was on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We got a callop. How good's that? Look at that. Nice, healthy callop. Beautiful. First native. Nice of someone to leave me a bunch of firewood. Oh no. No, the chain came off. All right, we had equipment malfunction. Chain came off the chainsaw. These DeWalt saws are brilliant. Battery lasts for ages and they'll cut through the thickest. Battery's going flat. Morning. It's freaking cold. It was cold all night. I got up in the middle of the night. I had to put on tracksuit pants and a beanie even. It was so cold. Sun's going to come up in a minute. It'll be really nice. No wind. Beautiful morning. So let's see if we can catch something. We moved up yesterday afternoon after the footy. About another hour and a half. We're about 3 hours upstream from Renmark. New spot. Haven't been here before. Did a bit of fishing last night. During the night when I kept the rod in. Caught 2 giant carp. Both would have been close to 70 centimetres like the big slob yesterday. Cooked up some salmon on the fire. That was delicious. and watch the movie. Good fun night. Let's see if we can catch a native. I noticed the river was a bit low when we left yesterday because we were stuck on the bank a bit. It took a bit of manoeuvring to get off. But the river looks relatively clean, meaning that there's not much debris going down. There is a bit of flow, but sometimes when you get a bit of flow, you see lots of all sorts of crap on the top of the river. But no, it doesn't look too bad at the moment. Keep an eye on these rods. I'm going to go get some gloves. That's better. What's on the agenda today? We might go upstream about another 2.5 hours. Certainly a cracker morning. It's going to be nice when that sun comes up. It's already hitting the trees on the other side there. Here we go. Definitely a lot more encouraging for the fishing. These last 2 trips, here we go, something. Last 2 trips, literally caught nothing. So last 2 trips has been about 8 days on the river, and I think we caught 7 fish in those 8 days. Yesterday I caught 7 fish in one day, or half a day. Got a block of cheese on this rod. That's what I caught the giant carp on last night. Certainly, this is the magic hour on the river. I love it, especially when it's like this. It's so still. We're on. Big. Holy shit. How the hell am I gonna get this one up? Jeebus. What the hell? It's gonna be a bit of a comedy relief. Jesus. He's not gonna fit in the net. Oh, fuck. Look at the size of this thing. What a horse. Oh, 76 centimetres. Have a look at the size of this slob. Have a look at the size of this thing. Hey, 76 centimetres. Just over 5¼ kilos. That is a slob. Jesus. Wow, that was a bit of fun, eh? 76 centimetres. That's right up there as one of my bigger carp. 82 is my record. I caught 2 82 centimetre carp in a row on one of our first trips. 76, that's not bad. Geez, that was big though. He was big. Our first bit of traffic for the day. What's the time? 7:45. I'll leave that running so you can see this goes past. Yeah, that was good fun. He's a big fish. He was fat. Better write that on the board, eh? Carp plus bonus. That's four carp over 50 centimetres, and they're not just over 50 centimetres. We're talking about they were 65 plus 70. So 3 of them have been over 70 centimetres. That's what that time lapse was for. We just put another sign out on the back. I'll give you a bit of a tour of the boat. A nice swim deck. Fishing station. Alexander, in memory of Julie's dad, who had a houseboat and introduced us to houseboating. I lost my lure.
Oh, how'd you do that?
It got stuck in a tree.
Oh. In a tree or a tree?
Tree. Well, we'll see. It sort of fell down on the water. We'll see when we leave if we can get it. I was going so well too. I was proud of myself. This is a spot around the corner that I read on the map that good fishing.
Oh, we
So-
wrote on the map.
Yeah. There we go. Nice Murray River Callip or yellow belly as it's interstate. About 28 centimetres. Nice one. Let's get him back. I think we got another yellow Callip. Yes. I think he's a bit bigger than the last one. 34. That's a legal size. 33 I think is legal. It's a nice Callip, healthy. Let's let him go. Yeah, they've all of a sudden, the Callip, this could be another one. 3 in a row. They're not big, but they're nice and healthy. You can't have one of
Oh,
those.
no, he can't have one of those, but you take it.
Good morning. Day 3. Not as cold as yesterday. Cloud cover, but it's sort of sporadic at the moment. Still no wind. It's actually a very beautiful morning. Currently about 6:30 in the morning. And let's see if we have a bit of a bite window. Had the rods in last night, didn't get much. Actually got nothing. Which was surprising considering the night before we did. Cooked a porterhouse and some baked potatoes on open fire, which was very, very delicious. Been using these circle hooks lately. I mean, they're meant to hook fish better, but they're hard to get bait on anyway. Can't get much more enticing than that. Right. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Pretty specky. Right, after 2 days, I've got 2 shrimp overnight. So let's see how they go. Shrimp are really good bait, but they disappear during the winter months. Only come out when it's a bit warmer. Usually in the summertime you get heaps. Like I said, that's been in for 3 days, that shrimp pot, and I got 2. But that's better than none after 7 days on our last trip. I think it's a yellow. Oh yes. Nice Callip. 33 centimetre. It would be legal, but if it was around 40 I might keep him and try him. Meant to be very good eating. Anyway, we'll let this guy go. Take a picture of that, look at that.
I got a Callip. Yay!
That's a nice size Callip too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Nice Callip. Yay!
Really clean too. Got him. Got him. This feels a little bit bigger. It's either a carp or it's a little bit big carp. Or not big, but day 4. About 2.5 hours out of Renmark. It's drizzly. Some people say the rain brings the fish on the bite, eh? See if that's true. Anyway, today, plan is that we will stay here till mid-morning and leave. Most probably be back at Renmark about midday, so we can be home by about 4 o'clock. Not too late. But like these big river worms, like I said, they're nice and meaty and chunky, but there's not that many of them, so if the fish are on the bite, you're going to go through them a lot. Cost-wise, it's not going to be viable. But for this trip, they've lasted quite fine. And just like that, it started to rain. Still pretty specky. Maybe the rain does put them on bite. Oops. Unco fisherman.
Oh, you're bad.
Have a look at that one.
I got a pellet.
Holy crap, that's huge.
Yay.
Fish of the day, that one. 39. We caught a 39.
Nice.
Right, barbecue's burning.
Sorry.
It's been raining now solidly for over an hour, but there's no wind. It's actually really nice, considering it's raining. Julie just caught a 40 centimetre callop, which is fish of the week, fish of the trip. What's actually really encouraging is, well, we have caught, let me just... Julie, did you put your fish down on the scorecard?
No.
All right, I'll do that now. In 4 days, we've caught 13 carp. We've caught 10 callop, which is a pretty good ratio. I know that's going to change once the river heats up and warms up. The carp are going to come more on the bite. But it is, and out of those, what did I say, 10? Just about all of them. I reckon 8 of them have been legal size, with 33 centimetres or more, with Julie's 40 centimetre one. So, no, that's encouraging. And every time we've come out, we've caught callop. We haven't caught any catfish this trip or a cod, but it is cod. It's not cod season anyway, so I'm not targeting cod. But you'll sometimes catch the old small one on some shrimp or some worms. The decks are getting a good wash, which is good. The whole boat's getting a bit of good wash because we haven't had rain like this apparently in Renmark for ages. So, and the radar shows that it's still going to continue. So I think we're going to be going back in the rain, which would be nice. All right, so that's the scoreboard for this trip. I got 10 carp, Julie got 3. I got 8 callop, Julie got 2. There's 13 carp and 5 callop. That's a pretty good ratio. Of those carp, 4 were over 50 centimetres. At least 3 were over 70 and the biggest was 76. So it's encouraging, the fishing is picking up. We're going to start heading back now. It's still raining, but it's beautiful, there's no wind. That's it for this trip. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you find these somewhat a little bit entertaining. I mainly do it just to showcase our beautiful Riverland. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.